Dheepthika, this parade has been taking place for 2 hours already and is now coming to a close. Talk us through what the crowds have witnessed and have enjoyed, so far.
Well, it's been a really sumptuous display of French military might this Thursday on Bastille Day. It's the first really fully fledged Bastille Day parade that we've seen since COVID. So a lot of people have flocked here to see the tanks, to applaud the troops, whether they're army, air or navy. But also just a few moments ago, we saw an absolutely splendid parade of French cavalry forces as well. So the French people here and visitors in general on the Champs-Elysees have not been disappointed. The military parade began earlier with an air show as well. We saw the Patrouille de France, that's a 9-plane formation with the blue, white and red smoke that comes out of the aircraft as they fly over. There were also Rafales, Mirage. There was also that air show ended with a drone, a Reaper drone, that really was there to celebrate 25 years of French aerial surveillance and reconnaissance missions. So really a day of saluting the military, but not just the military, the police force, firefighters. There was also a parade of border control staff and authorities who work in prison institutions as well, Thomas.
Dheepthika, also on display there on the Champs-Elysees Avenue, that central artery in Paris, have been some cannons that France is sending to Ukraine as Russia's invasion continues there. And Kyiv has been very much at the heart of today's parade.
It has indeed been at the heart of today's parade. It must be said that every year France does invite a country for its Bastille Day celebration as sort of a guest country. This year it was not Ukraine, but it was 9 East European countries who are really on the forefront of defending Ukraine in that war in Ukraine against Russia. What's interesting is that France was also very keen to not make this a political event. So we did see, for instance, that display of 3 Caesar cannons that really rumbled down the Champs-Elysees, making its way to Place de la Concorde. Those cannons, in fact, 18 of those cannons have been sent to Ukrainian fighters fighting in the Donbass region. But France was also very careful. You know, they told troops not to make any public comments about the war in Ukraine. And the message has very much been one of solidarity and unity with Europe, with NATO, but also that this is a national parade. This is a parade of patriotism. It's not a political parade, and that while France may be delivering arms like that Caesar cannon to Ukrainian troops, it's very much not at war with Russia, and that was certainly the sort of spirit that we saw in this parade today, that did indeed begin with with flag bearers from those 9 East European countries, really opening the festivities. But what was quite symbolic was alongside them were Alpine troops from the French city of Annecy, because those troops were actually deployed to Romania shortly after the war in Ukraine broke out. So it was very much a question of, or a show of solidarity with Ukraine and its allies this Thursday in France's Bastille Day parade, Thomas.
Dheepthika Laurent, our reporter there on the Champs-Elysees. Thank you very much.